Hello everyone and welcome. Today is a very important day for me because I am about to start my BMW E12 for the first time. This car hasn't been started, according to the previous owner, for over 10 years. But I couldn't just simply plug a battery, put some fuel and start it up immediately. I had to do several jobs. The first one was to check if the engine would turn. I had to remove the spark plugs. They really didn't look that great, so I have to give them a very good clean. And then I got a number 30 socket, a breaker bar, and tried to spin the engine from the crankshaft pulley. Oh. And if I try the other side, I'm really disappointed. I was actually thinking the worst when this happened, but then with the good help of the internet, doing a few searches, asking for advice online and so on, I decided to look what I had in the shed, and I had some ATF fluid and half a bottle of Red X fuel cleaner. I mixed up both of them, put it on a syringe and put the mixture down to the cylinder bores, and the idea was to let it soak for about a week. But I was very busy and a week turned to 3 weeks because eventually I went on holiday. So I came back and then tested to see if the theory did work. Right, I'm going to try lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, but last time I tried lefty-loosey, the crankshaft nut started to undo. Oh, it's moving. Oh my god, oh, it's moving. Oh my god. Oh, let's see if it works the other way around. Oh my goodness, it's moving. Hang on, what was that? This was very good news indeed, but the job wasn't finished yet. I had to do other things. I had to replace fuel hoses because the old ones were actually quite cracked, some vacuum hoses, as well as a new fuel filter as well. When it comes to classic cars, please always renew your fuel hoses because they will become worn over time, and these ones, although they looked okay on the outside, they were actually quite rigid, so it's very important to replace all of your fuel hoses. I also, of course, check the distributor and the rotor arm. They looked a little bit filthy, but I just give them a little good clean with emery paper and some electric contact cleaner as well. Everything else seemed to be all right. I don't know the condition of the I forgot the name of it. I genuinely forgot the name of it. Oh, never mind. The coil, yes, that's it, the main coil. I don't know what was the condition of it. I did check the radiator. It had no coolant in it, and the cap did look a little bit rusty, so I just brushed it up and put a little bit of water. It was actually had quite of fluid, as I noticed, but that will be replaced at some point as well. Same for the rotor arm, the cap, the H series as well, because it has these older backlight ones, and also the coolant hoses will be replaced. I still have to check the state of the radiator as well. I'm not going to run the car off the main tank, because there's quite a bit of stale fuel. When I was removing the fuel pipes, I could smell some quite stinky fuel in it, but everything else seems to be alright. The oil on the gearbox is just glowy red, the same for the power steering fluid as well. I'm going to run the fuel from the from just a fuel can, really. I borrowed the battery from the Focus. I'm trying to keep the costs down as much as I can at the moment. It only spent some money on the fuel and on the fuel hoses. The car is no way ready to be driven, because the rear wheel cylinder is defective, so I can't really use the foot brake. So, but at least let's see if the car starts. I'm just going to put the hose down the fuel can, and I'm going to start it up. Wish me luck. Some easy start to see if things will go. Right, I'm very nervous. Oops, this is a bit stuck. Here goes nothing. Pulling some fuel. Okay, not yet. Just a little bit of easy start again. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. It's a bit lumpy, but okay, I'm happy with that. Oh, it's very smoky. It's a little bit low, but it's actually quite smoky, as you can see there. Not good. To be honest, I'm not sure what this is, but it's less dense compared to what it was when it first started up. I'm not sure it's just clearing all the condensation or anything like that, but I'm not sure really. I don't think the neighbors are very pleased, to be honest. Oops. Well, idle has stabilized a little bit more, but I don't know what the RPM is. To be perfectly honest, the instrument panel doesn't seem to be working apart from the lights. the temperature gauge doesn't work. Shame. I'm not sure if this is condensation or not. Let's see. Well, I think that's it. Well, first impressions, well, I don't know. There was quite a lot of smoke and so on startup, and for about near 5 to 10 minutes, which I think is natural for a car that hasn't been running for over 10 years. Now, every time I open the oil cap on and clean off, there's this sludge. I'm not sure if the head gasket is actually gone really. I've done it twice, I cleaned it up. Could be condensation for being outside or anything like that. I don't really know, to be perfectly honest. There's still quite a lot of work to do. I have to replace all of the coolant hoses. I have to check why the instrument panel isn't working. Only the warning lights do work. Could be the fact that probably some of our furry friends that have occupied this car for a certain period of time have chewed through the cables, but everything else does work. All the lights work, the power signaling works, and I was a bit cheeky. I did, using the handbrake, I did move the car backwards and forwards. The power steering works perfectly, the gearbox as well, changes gears, well, between park, neutral and reverse, and drive, it does work. So all of that does seem to be working, but there's a whole lot of issues that needed to be looked at. The carbs, all the HLEs need to be replaced. The timing of the engine needs to be looked at as well, and probably the coolant temperature sensor, because the car has used, it has been running since startup for about 20-25 minutes. It has used 1.5 liters of fuel. Is that normal? Well, I don't think it is. Could be probably high running. This car has an auto choke, which can be a pain in the ass with these old automatic choke systems, because in many cases they don't really work properly. So that's it. Am I relieved? Yes, I am. I'm happy that the engine actually runs. How well? Well, this sludge isn't very is a bit concerning, but let's see how it goes at the end of the day. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions, if you have any comments or anything like that, please do let me know in the comment section. This is a project of love, and I will look forward to carry on working on it very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.